Okay, so picture this, right? You're getting ready for that big Thanksgiving feast.
Yeah.
But hold on a sec.
Mm-hmm.
What about your cat?
Yeah.
Our feline foodies.
Right.
Can they get in on the action too? Can they enjoy the Thanksgiving meal?
Yeah.
Well, we've gone ahead and dug through a whole bunch of articles from, vets and pet experts
Mm-hmm.
to give you the rundown on what's safe and what to absolutely avoid
Right.
for your kitty this Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's this misconception out there
Yeah.
that cats can't really enjoy any of the Thanksgiving food,
Yeah.
but the truth is that there's a bunch of things they can actually safely nibble on
Really.
as long as, you're being careful about it.
So give me the scoop.
Mm-hmm.
Which Thanksgiving staples
Okay.
can we actually share with our cats?
Well, believe it or not, you can actually share some of your turkey with your cat.
Wait, are you serious? Turkey?
Yeah. Plain cooked turkey
Okay.
is a great source of protein for them. Psych chicken.
Oh, wow.
And not just turkey, you can even give them a little bit of ham.
My cat is going to love that.
Just remember, keep it plain, unseasoned.
Right.
We don't want to upset those sensitive kitty tummies.
Gotcha. Noted. Plain turkey, plain ham, check. What about all the sides? All those yummy Thanksgiving sides.
Well, this is where things get interesting, right?
Okay.
Cats are obligate carnivores,
Yeah.
meaning they gotta have meat to thrive.
Mm-hmm.
But surprisingly, some cooked and unseasoned veggies can be a healthy and fun addition to their diet.
So, what kind of veggies are we talking here?
Think of the usual suspects on your Thanksgiving table.
Hmm.
Broccoli, carrots, green beans,
Okay.
even sweet potatoes and pumpkin.
Hold on, pumpkin. Like the stuff that we use for the pie.
The exact same. It's a great source of fiber, which can help with digestion.
Right?
And if your cat's, a little picky,
Yeah.
try pureeing the veggies.
Okay.
Might make them a little bit more appealing.
What's a good tip? I'm starting to think that my cat might eat better than me on Thanksgiving.
Haha, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Right.
There's also a pretty long list of foods that are a hard no for cats.
Okay.
And this is where it gets, serious.
Yeah.
Because some common Thanksgiving ingredients can actually be downright dangerous for them.
Oh, okay. So hit me with the bad news.
Right.
What should we absolutely avoid giving our cats?
First and foremost, chocolate and alcohol
Okay.
are off limits.
Yeah.
Those are highly toxic to cats,
Really?
can cause serious health problems, even death.
All right. Chocolate and alcohol are out for sure.
Yeah.
What else?
Onions, garlic, and anything in the allium family.
Hmm.
Big danger. They can damage red blood cells, lead to anemia in cats,
Oh, wow.
and believe it or not, even small amounts can be harmful.
I had no idea. Onions and garlic were so bad.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Anything else to avoid?
Grapes and raisins are another one.
Okay.
Gotta watch out for those.
Grapes and raisins. Seriously.
Yeah, they can cause kidney failure in cats, and we obviously want to avoid that.
That's pretty scary.
It is.
Okay.
And while we're on the topic of dangerous foods, let's just debunk a common myth.
Okay.
Milk and other dairy products are not good for cats.
Okay.
Most cats are actually lactose intolerant,
Right.
which means they have trouble digesting lactose, the sugar that's in milk.
So no milk for kitty. Got it.
Exactly.
All right. So we've got the good guys and the bad guys.
Right.
But what about some of those classic Thanksgiving dishes that combine, a bunch of ingredients?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any we should be wary of?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Oh, there are definitely some dishes to watch out for.
Okay, so let's play a little game of can my cat eat this?
Right.
Thanksgiving edition. So, the turkey's roasting in the oven.
Yeah.
That aroma is filling the house.
Mm-hmm.
And your cat's giving you those wide-eyed,
Right.
please share looks.
Yeah.
So can they have a little bit of that juicy turkey?
It's funny how they just seem to know, right?
Right.
When something delicious is cooking.
They always know.
And the good news is
Okay.
you can absolutely share some plain cooked turkey
Oh, good.
with your feline friend.
All right, but I'm guessing we got hold the gravy and stuffing.
Exactly. While a little sliver of that plain turkey breast is a great source of lean protein for your cat.
Okay.
Gravy and stuffing, that's a whole different story.
So what's the problem with those Thanksgiving staples?
Well, think about all the ingredients
Yeah.
that go into them. Gravy often has onions and garlic.
Right.
And we know those are toxic to cats.
Yeah.
And stuffing. That's basically a recipe for disaster.
Okay, break it down for me. Why is stuffing so bad?
Well, it's often packed with onions, garlic,
Okay.
raisins, even certain herbs and spices
Right.
that can be harmful to cats.
Yeah.
Plus, there's the bread,
Right.
which isn't the most nutritious thing for them, so it's just best to avoid it.
All right. No stuffing for kitty.
Mhm.
But what about, like, mashed potatoes? Can we give them a little spoonful of that?
Now, plain cooked potatoes
Yeah.
are actually fine for cats in moderation.
Oh,
They're a good source of vitamins and fiber.
So we can give them a taste, but hold the butter and cream.
Right. Those additions can cause some digestive issues,
Yeah.
especially the dairy.
Oh.
It's best to just stick with a small portion of plain mashed potatoes,
Gotcha.
just to let them feel like they're part of the feast.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to dessert.
Oh, right.
Pumpkin pie is a Thanksgiving classic,
Right.
but I'm guessing that's a no-no.
You guessed it. Now, while plain cooked pumpkin
Yeah.
is fantastic for cats,
Okay.
packed with nutrients and fiber,
Mm,
pumpkin pie is loaded with sugar, spices, and that buttery crust.
right.
And those are all things we want to avoid giving our feline friends.
Gotcha. So skip the pie, but maybe offer a dollop of plain pumpkin puree.
You got it. It's a healthy and delicious treat that most cats absolutely adore.
Yeah.
You can even mix a little bit into their regular food
Okay.
to give it a little festive twist.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now, what about cranberry sauce? I know cranberries are good for us humans,
Right.
but are they safe for cats?
It's actually quite interesting.
Okay.
Plain cranberries, in small amounts, are perfectly fine for cats.
Huh.
They're a good source of antioxidants and can even help with urinary tract health.
But what about, like, the cranberry sauce,
Yeah.
the stuff we put on the turkey? That's loaded with sugar.
Exactly. And too much sugar isn't good for anyone, especially our feline friends.
Right.
It can lead to weight gain and other health problems.
Mm.
So if you're feeling generous,
Yeah.
maybe offer a couple of plain cranberries as a special treat.
Okay, so we've covered the main courses and dessert.
Right.
What about some other popular Thanksgiving sides, like green bean casserole?
Yeah.
Could our cats have a little bite of that?
This is where things can get a little tricky,
Okay.
while plain green beans are perfectly fine for cats.
Mhm.
The casserole usually involves a lot of ingredients that are problematic.
Yeah, I'm picturing that creamy mushroom soup
Yeah.
and those crispy fried onions on top.
Exactly. The creamy soup usually contains dairy, which
Yeah.
can be hard for cats to digest,
Yeah.
and those crispy onions.
Yeah.
Loaded with fat and onions,
Mhm.
both things we want to avoid.
So back to basics again.
Mm-hmm.
If we're sharing green beans, keep it plain and simple.
Absolutely. And remember, even with safe foods,
Yeah.
portion control is key.
Right.
Cats are much smaller than us,
Mhm.
and their digestive systems are different.
Okay.
So, think of those treats as a tiny taste
Yeah.
rather than a full meal.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
We want to make our cats feel included,
right.
but we also want to keep them safe and healthy.
Exactly. Speaking of feeling included, let's talk about some creative cat-friendly alternatives
Ooh, okay.
to those tempting Thanksgiving dishes.
I like it.
There are actually some fun and delicious options
Yeah.
that are both safe and appealing to cats.
All right, let's hear them. So we've talked about all the good stuff
Yeah.
and all the stuff our cats shouldn't touch this Thanksgiving.
Right.
But Thanksgiving can be kind of, a little bit chaotic.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of guests and distractions and things like that.
Absolutely.
How do we make sure that our cats are, staying safe and happy
Yeah.
during all the craziness?
That's a really great question. Thanksgiving can be a lot for a cat to handle.
Right.
Their routine is disrupted. There's all these new smells and sounds,
Yeah.
and all these unfamiliar faces. It's
Mm.
it's easy for them to feel, kind of stressed or overwhelmed.
So what can we do to, make it a little bit easier on them?
One of the best things you can do is, create a safe haven
Okay.
for your cat.
I like that.
Think of it as like their little Thanksgiving retreat.
Okay.
A quiet space where they can kind of escape the commotion
Gotcha.
and just relax.
So what would that look like? What makes a good cat retreat?
A spare bedroom works well,
Okay.
or like a quiet corner of the house,
Mhm.
away from all the hustle and bustle,
Right.
Put their favorite bed in there,
Okay.
some toys, a scratching post. Maybe you could even add a pheromone diffuser,
Oh, yeah.
create a little bit of a calming atmosphere.
I love that. That's a great tip.
Yeah,
Now, it's also important to tell our guests not to feed the cat from the table.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Even the most well-intentioned guests
Right.
might try to sneak your cat a little something, not realizing that it could be harmful.
Right.
So just, before the meal, gently remind everyone
Yeah.
that you're being extra cautious about your cat's diet.
Yeah.
And just ask them to, check with you before they give the cat anything.
You can even, frame it positively, too.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could say, like, I'm so glad you love my cat.
Eggs.
But, I'm just trying to make sure that they eat safe and healthy things.
Right.
And I actually have some special treats set aside if you want to, give them something special.
Exactly. It's all about communication.
Yeah.
Making
yeah.
sure everyone's on the same page.
Right.
Now, let's say you've prepped a plate of safe Thanksgiving goodies for your cat,
Yeah.
but they're just not interested.
Sure.
They're, sniffing around the dinner table, hoping for a dropped crumb.
Oh, yeah. Know that look.
Exactly. Cats can be finicky eaters,
Oh.
and all these new smells and flavors
Yeah.
might not be appealing to them.
Hmm.
So don't force them to eat if they're not interested.
Okay. So what should we do if our cat's just, not into our carefully curated Thanksgiving plate?
You can try mixing a small amount of the new food
Yep.
with their regular food
Yeah.
to kind of introduce the flavor gradually,
Gotcha.
or maybe offer a different safe option.
Right.
Not all cats are crazy about pumpkin puree.
Yeah. True.
Some might prefer a sliver of turkey
Right.
or a few cooked green beans.
Yeah.
It's about experimenting, finding what your individual cat enjoys.
Makes sense. Now, what if we have a cat with a health condition?
Yeah.
Like diabetes
Yeah.
or food allergies, things like that.
Absolutely.
Does Thanksgiving get a little bit more complicated then?
It does. In those situations, it's really crucial to talk to your vet
Okay.
before Thanksgiving
Mhm.
to get specific dietary recommendations.
Yeah.
They can help you create, a safe and healthy holiday meal plan for your cat,
Right.
taking all their individual needs into account.
That's a great point. And that kind of reminds me of,
Yeah.
another important point, being prepared, right?
Absolutely.
Before Thanksgiving even gets here.
Yes.
It's wise to have a plan in place, right?
Sure.
For your cat's diet
Yeah.
and just their overall well-being during all the craziness.
I completely agree. Before the big day, double check your pantry and fridge for any potential hazards, right?
Right.
Chocolate grapes, onions.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that could be toxic to your cat needs to be stored safely out of reach.
Yes. And it's a good idea, too, to have your vet's contact information, readily available, just in case. Hopefully you won't need it.
Hopefully not.
But always better to be safe than sorry.
Absolutely. A little preparation,
Yeah.
a little thoughtful planning goes a long way
Mm-hmm.
to making sure that everyone, including our beloved cats,
Right.
has a happy and healthy Thanksgiving.
Well, I think we've covered just about everything
Yeah.
when it comes to keeping our cats safe and happy this Thanksgiving.
Right?
We've explored the safe foods, the
Mhm.
dangerous ones, how to navigate, some of those real life scenarios
Yeah.
that might pop up during the festivities.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like I've learned so much.
Me too. It's been a fascinating deep dive into Thanksgiving and cats.
And speaking of deep dives,
Uh-huh.
if you enjoyed this one, be sure to like and subscribe
Yeah.
for more fun and informative cat-related content.
Absolutely.
We're always here to help you, navigate this wonderful world
Yeah.
of feline companionship.